It's Sunday. These are my Sunday morning confessions. This is for Governor Westmore. This is for Ray Wimbush. This is for Pastor Dante Hickman. This is for Dr. K. Racism don't work without black cooperation. Remember that. Westmore, this is your story. The real Westmore. That's Governor Westmore and me. All right, he can't say that he don't know me. He been knowing me since he was working at Robin Hood since 2014. Karen York, criminalization of poverty, all right? Leaders of a beautiful struggle. That's my father, Joe Davis, all right? He taught me about race and racism. He taught me about being black in America. I'm an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. Don't ask, don't tell, ain't just for gays in the military. You feel me? So, Westmore, this is your story. This is your truth. That's the White House, 2008. All right, President Bush. All right, that's President Bush. Y'all know who he is. That's Bob Cocky. And this is a learning moment. I'm a weaver in Baltimore, and Governor Hogan gave me that Weaver Award. All right, weaving the social fabric. That's Ivan Bates and Sheila Dixon. And that's Marilyn Mosby. She been lying to you. Racism don't work without black cooperation. We talk about the haves and the have-nots, the making of Willie Lynch. Racism don't work without black cooperation, but it ain't gonna end without white participation. These are my white partners in my struggle. You feel me? That's Vanessa Attenberry. She's holding evidence. She's been holding evidence since 2019. That's Kurt Anderson. He's been holding it since 2012. That's Jack Young. And that's me, the Baltimore Block, in the Constitution. Do blacks have rights in which white America respects? That's my film crew in Lake County, Illinois, where it all started. Let us design. That's Ivan Bates. And that's Xavier Conway, the court. You see who that is? Social media for social change. Dear Mr. Bailey, this is my letter to my lawyer in 2010. 1402 Lochner. That's where you kidnapped me from. That's President Barack Obama, Attorney General Lisa Madigan, Patrick Fitzgerald from the Department of Justice, the Director of the FBI, Governor Quinn, Governor O'Malley, the Lake County Board, Judge Bell, Carl Snowden, Eric Holder, Hillary Clinton, Senator Cardin, Karen Parks, Roland Martin, NAACP, Attorney Scott Shellenberger, ABC, Charles Gibson, and CNN Don Lemon. You had this in 2010 before I got locked up. I'm sorry. Before I got locked up. You're talking about race and racism and policing in Baltimore. Policing in Baltimore. That's my mule sticker. You see that? That's Mayor Brandon Scott. Mayor Brandon Scott, if Kwame Kilpatrick went to jail, you can go to jail too. Because this is your letter and you never answered it. And it's very detailed. And it shows everything. And these are the people that was in the letter. Governor Westmore, Attorney General Anthony Brown, State Attorney Ivan Bates, City Police Commissioner Worley, Senator Ben Cardin, Mayor Brandon Scott, President Biden, Chief Justice Roberts of the Supreme Court. See who got that? That's a notary. All right, you see who got that? And I did this day 56 of the 2024 session, February the 13th. That's Sheila Dixon. That's the footprint. And that's Governor Hogan and everything I've been doing. Like I said, I want a ceasefire, end the war on drugs, end the war on the black community. That's a writ of certiorari. That's Governor Westmore. That's me at Ray Lewis's restaurant. A writ of certiorari means that I could approach the Supreme Court. That's Z. Cone and Councilman Torrance, all right? We're talking about slavery in the 21st century. That's Governor Larry Hogan. That's Adrian Jones. That's Bill Ferguson. That's Delegate Smith. Attorney General Anthony Brown. Attorney General, Department of Justice Eric Barron. Mayor Brandon Scott. Scott Shellenberger. Ivan Bates, Chief Justice Mary Barbera. Judge Carrion. Judge Cox. Xavier Conway. and burn our bail from the Secret Service. You stole me from my family. You stole me from my community. And these are the supporters of Shorty's. You feel me? Shorty, put your mask up, TMZ.com. No, these are criminal charges. We're going to end corruption in Baltimore, just like Operation Greylord. And it's all documented. That's Governor Hogan. That's Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake. And that's my witness. All right? That's my witness. You're potty training politicians. And that's Eric Barron. Get my paperwork. I'm with Citizens of Policing Project. I'm the king of fools in Baltimore. And right here is the emails. You feel me? The emails. Respectfully submitted. Dwayne G. Davis. And these are my sisters and brothers that signed off on this. All right? My sisters and brothers signed off on this. That's Jared Jimenez. That's Kaylin Young. And that's Kaylin Young. They're not here no more. Y'all didn't pass the George Floyd bill, but y'all sent plenty of money to Israel. I'm up here to speak up for the ones that can't speak up for themselves. God bless our dead. They will congratulate a person doing the same thing as you, just not you, just because it's you. It's a ghetto Da Vinci Code. All about Baltimore. Dred Scott. Y'all repealed Roe versus Wade, but you ain't said nothing about Dred Scott. We took down the statues of racism. Now we're going after the institutions of racism. And you're going to be my main witness. You're going to need a special prosecutor because you're on the indictment. That's the letter to the Department of Justice. That's Larry Hogan and Marilyn Mosby. Peas in the pod. And that's President Trump. Y'all make me famous for toilets and I'm going to run with that shit. Potty training politicians. That's a ceasefire program in 2006. That's my truck that you took from me. Shorty, the video vigilante, got a story called Shorty. I was making moves and making movies with that truck. You took my truck, my computer, and everything in it. That's 2011. The contents of my vehicle was worth $250 million. Everything in that truck was exposing the corruption in Baltimore. Right there. That's my mother. On February the 2nd, 2011, she died from cancer. I never got a chance to bury my mother. That's Kwasi Mfume, Ivan Bates, and me. So when I talk about you, man, I'm going to talk about you. That's Senator Van Hollen. Like I said, he said he was going to talk to me. He ain't opened his mouth. So when I seen Senator Van Hollen, when I seen them all together, I videotaped it. Shorty, pull your mask up? No, Shorty, stop shitting on me. I'm getting ready to shit on Baltimore. That's my Weaver Award. Governor Hogan gave me this. The 2021 Weaver Award winner. That's President Obama. That's me. I'm an advocate. That's me, Sam Cassels. That's me, Senator Benjamin Brooks. If you go to Benjamin Brooks, he got all this information. That's Commissioner Harris. He ain't in office no more, so prosecutorial immunity doesn't apply to him. That's like Operation Greylord. You can go to jail. Remember that Stop Snitching video they made in 2006? Well, you better start snitching. That's Jane Miller. That's President Obama. That's Scott Shellenberger. That's Governor Hogan. That's Mayor Pugh. That's Mayor Stephanie Rawlins Blake. That's the mayor of Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama. All right? That's the mayor of Birmingham, Alabama. And that's my mail to President Trump. That's Mike from the City Hall. He's my main witness. He's going to testify that I came down there with all my information and everything to you. That's my nephew. That's my brother. And that's Sheila Roof. That's my nephew. We served our country. Now it's time for our country to serve us. Being black in America 2024. That's my mother and my father. All right? That's my mother and my father. These is my brothers. So I'm not alone. That's my nieces and my nephews. That's my granddaughter. All right? That's my granddaughter. Block party gets bigger and better. Parole and probation. Like I said, the Supreme Court. I stand with Palestine. I stand with Palestine. So like I said, Governor Westmore, we got the big book. If you deny you know me on earth, are you going to deny you know me in heaven? We talking about white supremacy. Jim Crow justice in the Maryland Democratic Party, and go straight to David Trone and get my information. Making a movie ain't against the law. Kidnapping is. You're going to charge Scott Shellenberger the same way that y'all charge Nathan. When y'all charge Scott Shellenberger, then I'll leave y'all alone. Until then, activism ain't terrorism. Remember that. Governor Westmore, you got work to do.